Hey everybody, we're not abandoning our run. We're coming back with Slay the Spire post-round table podcast edition. Do we really want to stick with what we did last time, which is enemies gain strength? Well, there's a few things we could do. One of them would be just skip the relic entirely. I gotta think about this, because, like, preserving your whole hand is not bad, necessarily, even if you only draw 4 cards per turn. But it did lead to a lot of dead cards, and if we get a card in our hand, it's hard to cycle it out. Yeah, you know what? But enemies starting with 2 strength is too much. It's just too much. Okay, well, you know what? We promised you a little Philosopher's Stone at the end of the last episode. We're going to try to make it work here. Do we have any curses? I got to refresh myself on the deck love list. We have doubt. We would like to remove doubt. Which means, I think we want to go like boom, 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 boom. Boom, ba. I think that seems ideal. So we'll start here. It doesn't matter. We got question marks either way. It's just a matter of what enemy we fight. I don't mind this guy. He's going to start with 5 strength, which is heinous. No, he's going to start with 2 strength, but turn 2 he'll have 5 strength. Okay. I think you bash. He's vulnerable. You drop kick him. He's going to stay vulnerable, so I think you headbutt to get drop kick back. Shrug it off so you take no damage and draw a dropkick, which you can't play. I always make the mistake, or often make the mistake, of thinking that I'm going to be able to play dropkick for free. It's not free. You get a refund. There's a mild difference. Shrug it off. Anger. While he's vulnerable, I'd like to anger him as much as possible. Also fills our deck with more and more angers. I don't think we need Barricade. Because the fight should be over relatively soon. I think I'll just put up Block. I would really like to end his life on this turn. So we have 4 energy every turn now. 5 on this turn, though. I mean, a double tap... There's a better turn in here, but a double tap blood for blood is a kill, so beautiful. Even a single blood for blood might have been a kill. Give me a flex plus, dude. I'm never going to be disappointed. I think we got good enough cycle and draw to make sure that it's not going to waste. This is going to be heal for 3 at the start of each combat because of the fact that we have the wildflower, or whatever, magic flower. Healing is 50% more efficient during combat. Dude. Take a straight-up defend out of my deck. See you later. It's actually a good thing, maybe. Now here, we want to look at relics. Energy is conserved between turns. Regular combat's no longer encountered. At the start of each combat, gain 1 strength. So I love this. I do think that either way, we're going to want to get rid of doubt. And then I'm tempted, because we can no longer afford the ice cream. I think Heavy Blade is really useful for us. Offering is pretty good. Dual Wield oftentimes ends up being dead. Iron Wave I don't think is good enough. Heavy Blade with strength bonus is really nice. I think we can afford it. We can't afford 2 of these anyway. And I think I'll just take 1 strength per combat. And then honestly, I think we should buy a potion. And I think a block potion, perhaps combined with like Barricade, could be the best option for us. I think we can get use out of it. I don't dislike this deck. All blocks right out the gate. If we could draw into a Barricade, it would be incredible. But deal 39 damage. Let's start with the Shrug It Off. And then we'll go into a Battle Trance. I love doing it. I'm not going to say I hate doing it. That's the wrong play. Dealing 39 damage right off the bat. Super nice. It sucks that we don't have Barricade. because we would have been able to preserve all the blocking we did. But most of the blocking was for upgrades and card draw, so I'm not, like, super perturbed or anything. So there's 30 damage coming out. We need to get card draw. So I think we'll actually start with the card draw. We could kill one, and I think that's what we have to do, even though it looks inefficient. We kill one to take some damage off the table. A defend does nothing for us. We're going to take 14, which is bad. It's not good, but I think we've made ourselves strong enough to not worry too much about taking 14 damage on this fight. I think. Dude, we're drawing. 5 energy this turn. Okay, so certainly we're probably going to want to flex. It sucks that we have, like, no bash. Is there a bash? There is a bash. Oh, he bash. So I think you... Armaments. We got to preserve our energy. Flex. Armaments. Shrug it off. Wait, headbutt plus. My mistake. Got to get this guy killed. Bring back a bash. We have anger, so this guy's already dead. Shrug it off to draw the bash. Now we don't have enough energy to use the drop kick. See, that's why I was worried. Dual wield. Copy anger. Copy that. Anger. 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 I'm so mad that you're gonna live. Whatever. Deal 4 damage to me. See if I care. I think this is a good proof of concept. The fact that we're able to kill these guys real quickly is, especially with my misplays, it's a sign that we're actually, like, we're pretty set. So this dude is definitely going to die, but we have to kill him if we want him to die before this guy comes back. We don't, unfortunately, have very much damage coming out right now. So we're almost, like, in shrug it off to draw, and we didn't get what we wanted. I'm like, is there any way we gain strength out of this? It looks stupid, but I think it's strangely like the right play. There's no reason not to play a strike, but this guy is going to come back. But I think this will be the end. I think we're not going to take any more damage, especially because we have barricade set up. This guy's going to die. No, he's going to lose some block, but still. Like, you're super dead. You are also super dead. That was actually an okay fight. I think we like blood for blood. We kind of need those finishers in this deck. We can afford to try to fight this guy. We've got 3 potions. You know, we gain strength relatively quickly. We kind of know how this works. Without barricade, I don't want to play shrug it off yet. I will play armaments. I guess actually we should shrug it off. And then armaments flex. Still allows us to get card draw here, and our damage will be higher as a result. There's no real reason to play or not play block. We only did 49 damage. That's not enough. But we do have healing after this, but, you know, it gets... it's going to get tougher as time goes on. Flex is really good here. And I think you really just want to do, like, double tap heavy blade strike. Probably strike first. No, because then you didn't get the double tap on heavy blade, you moron. That's a very good example of outthinking yourself, because in my brain I was like, well, we should strike first, because then we'll get the slowness up so he takes more damage. And that was the right play, but we should have not played it after double tap. Essentially. So he's hitting us for 15. We might not dislike being hit that much. We can enable a card draw. Trying to, it's like, if we headbutt, pick a card, shrug it off. We got 2 energy left. We can't bash and then vulnerable him. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta think about this. A bash is really nice to make him vulnerable for a long time. But Headbutt, Shrug It Off doesn't do what we want it to do. And the first time we take damage, we draw. Yeah, so we definitely don't want to take damage on our turn, but that actually, now that I think about it, can't happen. I think we'll just start with a Shrug. Then we'll Headbutt, and we'll make sure that we have Drop Kick, which actually is in our draw pile now anyway. So we'll bring back a Flex for next turn. And since we have not played Barricade, I think I'd rather take 7 damage, get card draw, and enable Blood for Blood, or whatever it's called, than throw out a block here. We should save the block potion. It's probably our most valuable potion for now. Well, I mean, if you look at this, like, surely we want to Flex and Flex. We have 5 energy this turn. We probably want to spend 1 energy spotting a weakness. I do think we want a Battle Trance. Dropkick is not free. We'll upgrade it first. It's not free, but we get a refund. So I think that's very nice. But we don't get the card draw. That's correct. Okay. Still, I think well, 0 mana Berserk is a free play, and he gets slower, which is nice. So we'll probably Strike, Strike, and then Twin Strike. And that was insanely good damage. I don't really mind if he does another 7 to me, because there's a rest rate after this anyway. So the idea is that we just kill him on this turn. We're not going to have nearly as much strength as we had last time, but a Pommel is 15. Start with this card draw. We can always use our block potion here. I don't think this is the right time for a spot weakness. We can't get enough energy to use a Heavy Blade. But and Pommel Strike is the only card that's left there, huh? 26 damage. 26. Oh, so he's actually dead. Easy. That was actually totally fine. And we got Thorns, 3 damage to enemies when they hit us, which I think is great. I really like Infernal Blade. I could see Fire Breathing work, but Infernal Blade Plus, add a random attack to your hand, it costs 0. All that needs to do is hit like a Heavy Blade, and we're sitting pretty. So we're going to Smith and upgrade a card. Upgrading Anger right out of the gate seems good. Double tap upgraded also seems great. I think I'm going to go for that. 1 mana for 2 extra attacks, I think, is beautiful. And we probably, yeah, we can afford things, but I don't know if we want to. Like, dual wield, Havoc, place a time. No. We're not doing anything with our gold. We're never going to do anything with our gold for the rest of this level. There is a shop. I don't love the track that it's on. I don't think we're ever going to go to a shop again. So here's what I'm going to do. Discard my elixir. Purchase an energy potion instead. You know, you can't take the money with you. Shuriken. Every time you play 3 attacks, gain a strength. We're starting to cook here. I'm starting to believe. 300 HP Jawworm. Not starting with an attack. That's great news. This is a perfect barricade. That's really what we're looking for. I do think you still pommel. Because you can keep block, let's armaments. I'm okay with it. He's going to debuff us. It's pretty bad, but that's why it's nice to have a 15 block head start. So we don't need the block on this turn if we don't want to. So we would probably flex, definitely spot weakness to make us stronger in the future. We need card draw, essentially. Unless we want to play blood for blood, but it's not that high value right now. I'm okay with that. Twin Strike is actually more damage, so... And I think we'll just pass. I'm okay losing 1 energy. Because of Barricade, it means that turns like that are not useless. You know, we continue to have whatever block we earned. Which is why something like this is not that bad, you know? It might look like it's a bad turn, but if we're able to keep our block at a consistent level that causes us to never take damage and whittle this guy down before his extra strength really becomes a big problem, it's lucky for us. I think you open with a battle trance. Unfortunately, because it means we get no more card draw. So dropkick doesn't give you card draw. That being said, you probably would still bash dropkick for the free energy. Infernal Blade is free, and it gives us a headbutt. So what do we want to draw next turn? Probably a flex. Because there's no heavy blade. Yeah, so a flex into... And we're definitely going to draw a heavy blade next time. So we definitely want to headbutt into a flex plus. I guess you would double tap. There's a couple lines here, but I think you just double tap Strike Anger. Puts a lot of anger into our discard pile. Does a lot of damage. We got more than enough block. He might die next turn. I can't guarantee it, but he might. And he's not even attacking, so I think he's in a very tight spot. We'll flex. We can't get any card draw. This is only 47 damage, so not as much as I would like, but there's 23. And it just brought... Right, our discard pile was essentially empty. Oh, never mind. We totally got him. I think Reckless Charge is bad. Gain 1 vulnerable, gain 9 damage. Yeah, I'm going to skip this. I think it makes our deck less consistent. Ooh, this is not great. This is also the first time we've ever made it this quickly through the city, I think. So I'm loving life there. It's not a bad turn for a barricade. I'm just going to Infernal Blade first. Rampage. Every time this card is played, deal more damage. I mean, I think it's like... We still have 4 energy. So I think it's Spot Weakness, double tap, Rampage. And Rampage will kill 1 enemy. Let's kill the one dealing 13 damage. Barricade. And block. We probably don't... We should always take damage before using the block potion. Because again, getting hit enables some of our cards. But I'm not overly bummed about it. So we got a flex. It would be really nice to murder Thorns Man. He'll die next turn and we'll take no damage, but he'll have buffed himself, which I think is acceptable. I think we'll accept that we're going to take 7 and be completely okay with it, and bring this guy a little closer to death. I'm just going to be honest, our results on this floor are very encouraging so far. So this will be a, you probably open with like an armament, so you know we're going to need to block this guy anyway. So we'll drop kick for free. We drew Dazed. I'm okay with it. Can we kill this guy? Like, presumably... Yeah, like, well, definitely yes. And we won't take any damage either. Nice. And we're going to heal the max. Dex Potion. I don't dislike a Thunderclap. I think it's actually very good. Even though an Anger might be nice, to vulnerable all enemies is extremely positive for us, I think. And you are yet another shop. Dude, I would love Apotheosis. I don't think we need any of this. In fact, I don't even necessarily think we like any of this. I think buying some of that stuff would make us worse. This is a tough fight, admittedly. These guys have got to die as quickly as possible. They're opening with 34 damage, which is pretty bad for me. Unfortunately, a dual-wield heavy blade is not that good. We can rest soon after this. It's not that good, but I think it's probably good enough. We'll drink our energy potion to take us to 5. I'm gonna hit you pretty soundly. We gained a strength. I forgot 3 attacks means we gain a strength permanently. So technically we should have used strike before the... No, because those were our 3 attacks. Disregard. I'm being overly finicky. Alright. This guy's got to go. Do you play armaments first? I think it really comes down to, like, are you going to have to block? Yes. If so, we'll probably play an armaments plus first. Makes every card better that wasn't already there. And you can just get killed in 1. So rather than overkill you, that seems smart. Would we rather spot weakness... Take a little less damage? Because we have a rest coming up soon, I don't think we need to take a little less damage. We'd rather... Oh. We'd rather nuke him down as quickly as possible. Not quite enabling Berserk yet, but that's fine. Deal 22 damage, apply 2 weak. First I want to see if we can get like a double tap or something. I mean, he's dead as heck, but... Excuse me? Oh, Kunai. Every time you play 3 attacks, gain some extra dexterity. This time, I kind of like brutality. Cost 0, lose 1 HP, draw a card. 1 HP is a very small price to pay. You know what? I don't need the last relic, I think. Normally, I would never do that, but we're so close to the end. I'd much rather rest, be essentially at full HP. And you know what? Toss an Inflame in there. We got Donut, and we got Dodecahedron. I've only faced these guys once. Your safety is not guaranteed. 4 energy to begin with. We definitely want to pop a Dex Potion. One is going to attack. We only have 3 energy in hand. So, like, Inflame is kind of a no-brainer. The earlier the better, right? So we'll try an Infernal Blade. Spend all energy, deal 15 damage to all enemies X times. That's 30 damage to each enemy. I think this is an absolutely okay card to use here. We do probably want to kill 1 first. But, I mean, that's much better than just using a single strike, for example. But this turn we really have to come up with a plan. He's dealing 30. I think I like Thunderclap for getting rid of a single buff that they have. I really doubt we're going to be able to make Barricade work for us. I think maybe you start using Headbutt to bring back Spot Weakness. I kind of like. Who are we going to kill first? Why don't we kill the one... This guy's probably support, right? He's a donut. That's a supporting food. We'll bring back Spot Weakness to get permanent strength. And even though it's slow, watch me go. Again, a little damage and it erases 1 debuff. We're going to get hit for 20. That's a lot. Are you a healer? What do you do? He buffs their strength. This time he's hit. He hits pretty hard too. That ain't no joke. It would be really nice. I mean, I love that. Oh my god. Dual wield. Blood for blood. I still think we want to try to draw into like a double tap. We can afford this. Double tap for 1 means we can't do Heavy Blade. But we could do 60-something damage to him. I can't believe you're not dead. I really want you to die. There's no reason to use the Swift Potion, though, because we already used Battle Trance. I hate this, but sure. You're going to hit me pretty good. Please don't block the donut. He's so close to death. We're going to be at 23 HP. So we did block him a little. We can kill him pretty easily, but we're closing in on lethal here. If not already being at it. I think this is a Swift Potion situation. Certainly a flex. 2 defends is 16 block. That's enough to keep us alive. Barely, but enough. So we might not want to play Brutality. It's just a little... Oh, especially because we got armaments. We're actually okay. Get struck. Be killed. This guy is the only thing that matters now. Armaments. Probably block. We're only taking 6 damage now. He's taken 35. It's just too dicey. It's too scary. He's going to debuff us as well. He's not hitting us this turn. This is a great turn for us, potentially. No card draw is a bummer, so I'm almost, again, tempted, but certainly a flex, a defend because of barricade, a real nasty heavy blade, and then some damage there. How much block does he put up? Like 16? Not a ton. He's going to hit us for 36. And we're actually lethaled. So we have to be careful. We have 5 energy. You actually wouldn't. Holy crap. We won by 1 card, essentially. Hey, hello. Yes. A deep pulsing dread can be felt through this room. Is this the heart of the spire or the source of this evil? Continue. You ready your blade? Yeah, you deal 680 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds. Okay, this 140 million damage has been done. Sick. We won, sort of. Didn't get an unlock, but dude, good run. I got an achievement as well. That was a really fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed the conclusion there. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.